That night in June, I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home, talking on the telephone, and we would get so excited and we'd get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. So if we get the big jobs and we make the big money, when we look back now, will our jokes still be funny? Will we still remember everything we learned in school? Still be trying to break every single rule? Will little pretty Bobby be the stockbroken man? Can never find a job that won't interfere with pretend? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. Keep on thinking it's our time to fly. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. Think about tomorrow, like we think about now. Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end. And suddenly it's like we're living in bed. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us around? Will these memories fade when I need this to come? I keep thinking that it's not good. Thinking it's our time to fly. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. All the times we had together. As our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. As our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever.
Morning all. I now call on Miss Lisa Dana Warwood to say the prayer.
Good morning, everyone. O Supreme One, origin of all being, we thank you for giving us another day. As we gather here to celebrate UTT's 2023 presentation of graduates ceremony, give us a keen understanding of the importance of the role that graduates of UTT, the National University, have in the development of our communities and Trinidad and Tobago by extension. Give us faith, courage, and wisdom to fulfill our purpose and promise as students and graduates of UTT. Show us how to effectively serve you so that all of our education, knowledge, and skills may find true fulfillment as we learn to do your will. May we ever be aware in everything that we do that knowledge comes from learning and wisdom comes from you. Thank you, O Supreme One. Now let us bow our heads in a moment of silence for those members of our UTT family who have passed. Thank you.
Once again, good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated at this time. Your Excellency Christine Carla Kangaloo, ORTT, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and Chancellor of UTT.
Dr. the Honorable Nyan Gadsby Dolly, Minister of Education.
The Honorable Lisa Morris Julian, Minister in the Ministry of Education.
Professor Clément Imbert, ORTT, Chairman of the Board of Governors, UTT.
Professor Prakash Prasad, President of UTT.
Senior academic and corporate staff of UTT.
Members of the Student Guild and students of UTT.
2023 honorary graduates and postgraduate graduates.
Specially invited guests.
Members of the viewing public.
Members of the media.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Orator, Miss Lisa Adana Warwood.
Orator, Mr. Richard Pear.
I now call on Her Excellency Christine Carla Kangaloo, ORTT, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and Chancellor of the University of Trinidad and Tobago, to declare the ceremony open.
Good morning, everyone. As Chancellor of the University, I declare this ceremony open for the conferment of honorary and higher degrees by the authority of the Academic Council and the Board of Governors.
Thank you, Your Excellency Christine Carla Kangaloo, ORTT, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and Chancellor of the University. I now call on Professor Clément Imbert to welcome the gathering. Kindly welcome Professor Clément.
Good morning. I normally sort of speak off the cuff, but the speech I prepared is too long for me to attempt to do that this morning. So they just brought it for me. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Christine Carla Kangaloo, ORTT, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. the Honorable Nyan Gadsby Dolly, Minister of Education, I don't know if the Honorable Lisa Morris Julian, Minister in the Ministry of Education, is here. Professor Prakash Prasad, President of UTT, Senior Academic and Corporate Staff of UTT, members of the Student Guild and students of UTT, the 2023 honorary graduates and postgraduate graduates, specially invited guests, members of the viewing public, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin, I was sitting next to a vacant seat, and on that seat, I saw the name Dr. the Honorable Nyan Gadsby Dolly. Minister, there's a seat there waiting for you. I mean, you look resplendent down there, much better than all these lovely people. But I think you look better up here, if you don't mind. All right, I hope you gentlemen don't envy me. I'm sitting between two lovely ladies this morning. Good morning again, and welcome to the most auspicious event of the university calendar, its presentation of graduation ceremony. Today, as we gather to celebrate the achievements of our graduates, I have an overwhelming sense of pride and optimism. The year 2023 has been marked by remarkable accomplishments, and it is a pleasure to share some of them with you. First and foremost, however, I want to acknowledge the resilience and determination of our students, faculty, and staff. The university resumed face-to-face teaching at the beginning of the 2022-2023 academic year after the challenges of the previous years. This marked a significant step in our commitment to our continuing to provide a dynamic and interactive learning environment. Our celebration today is also an opportunity to recognize the outstanding achievements of our students and staff who continue to excel nationally and internationally, gaining scholarships and being accepted to prestigious institutions abroad to pursue postgraduate work and winning awards. Only last week, we were notified that one of our very own, Tanvir Dan Paul, not only participated in the HUI Seeds of the Future program 2023, but was awarded as one of the top 3 students in that program. His achievement is all the more remarkable because he was participated with students from Panama and Guatemala. This showcases the exceptional talent that emerges from UTT and its global reach. As does Christopher Lagan, recipient of the Student Prize of the prestigious International Institution of Engineering and Technology, headquarters in the UK. Remarkably, the 4th consecutive win for UTT since the accreditation of the programs by that institution in 2009. I think that deserves a round of applause. Amy Boisel, finally a Bachelor of Science in Coastal and Ocean Management student, was one of 30 delegates chosen internationally to present at the first Archipelagic Island States Youth Conference hosted by the UNDP in Bali. Garrett Roberts, a UTT fashion alumnus, had the distinct honor of showcasing his dandan collection in Milan, Italy, undoubtedly a testament to the international recognition of the talents of our graduates. As we all know, Milan in Italy is probably the best known fashion, design, and display event in the world. Tia Johnson of the Visual Communication Design Program was selected as the winner of the Open Logo competition, commemorating 60 years of diplomatic relations between Germany and Trinidad and Tobago. This competition was open to all creatives in Trinidad and Tobago, and a UTT student won. And here it is, 19 of the 21 graduates this year in aircraft maintenance and engineering were hired by Caribbean Airlines Limited, CAL, a very impressive statistic. UTT staff are not to be left out. Dr. Bridget Adams was appointed President of America's Netball. UTT Patriots athletics coach Antonio Burton. Oh, you wanted a clap for Mrs. Adams? Bridget, you must have some fans here. You brought a crowd with you. So. Antonio Burton was selected by the National Association of Athletics Administrators of Trinidad and Tobago as the first female national sprints and hurdle coach of the senior athletic team. Mushtaq Mohammed was inducted in the first Citizen Sports Hall of Fame. Mohammed is one of the 9 executive vice presidents of the International Volleyball Federation and president of the Development Commission. He's also vice president of the North Central American and Caribbean Volleyball Confederation and president of its Development Commission also. He has been a member since 1996. He was very instrumental in Trinidad and Tobago's women national volleyball team qualifying for the World Championships, a first for the Commonwealth Caribbean. UTT's netball program has seen one of our former students, Shaquanda Green Noel, secure a professional netball contract in the UK, joining other former UTT stars with international contracts. And former UTT basketball captain and student athlete Patrick Scipio was named head coach of the Denmark Technical College men's basketball team in the United States. The United States has a number of cities named after countries and cities all over the world. I remember Professor Julian telling me that his telephone calls to Trinidad had to go through Moscow. It was a town not too far from UBC where he was a student in the late 50s and early 60s. Alina Edwards was crowned champion of the Insurance Company of the West Indies Silver Bowl Tennis Championship. She defeated her niece, Imani Edwards Taylor, a student athlete, and Ami Mohammed captured the second place in the boys under 19 singles. Our cricket student athlete, Ranilsta Pereira, was selected to Trinidad and Tobago under 19 men's team, and Shania Morgan was part of the Trinidad and Tobago senior women's national netball team, which participated in the 2023 Netball World Cup in Cape Town, South Africa. In other fields, UTT Associate Professor Caitlin Kaminga was invited to host a panel discussion at the 2023 International Society of Bassists, the convention held in the United States. Panelists included outstanding bassists such as Grammy Award-winning bassist John Clayton. And here at home, Assistant Professor of Music, Dr. Mia Gormani Benjamin, was appointed Artistic Director of the Trinidad All-Stars, arguably the oldest steel orchestra in the world. Francie Bowen, Masters in Health Administration, was hired as a project coordinator for the World Trade Center Health Program at Mount Sinai Hospital, one of the most prestigious hospitals in the United States. One requirement for landing this job was an evaluation of UTT's Masters in Health Administration, validating the program as meeting international standards. Those are just some of the more outstanding achievements of our students and staff. Innovation is at the heart of UTT's academic endeavors. Dr. Varma Rambaran, Associate Professor, published his book on alternative medicine for diabetes management, derived from his patented work, and this is patented in the United States, furthering our commitment to health-related research and initiatives. UTT doctoral student Kevin Singh's innovative approach to cake mixes utilizes healthier flour substitutes, a clear indication of how our students and alumni contribute to the diversification and growth of local industries. And UTT graduate, Professor Herbert Suku, a mining, petroleum, and process engineer, made a significant impact by participating as a feature speaker at an international scientific and practical conference in Russia. UTT continues its collaboration with academic, industrial, and other institutions locally and abroad, establishing MOUs with NESE Institute of Technology, COSTAT, UE, and internationally with Red Deer Polytechnic of Alberta, Canada, the University of West Attica in Greece, and industry partners such as the Lebre Industrial Development Company Limited, the Coover Point Lisas Chamber of Commerce, and in sport, the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association. Our collaborative agreements with the University of Guyana have resulted in 55 associate degrees and 21 Bachelor of Science degrees in petroleum engineering. The UTT and Guyana have a joint Bachelor of Petroleum Engineering program. They are graduates of the University of Guyana, but it is really a joint program, and our logo, the UTT logo, will also be on the certificates as they graduate in the University of Guyana. UTT launched the Caribbean Cyberspace Institute on Friday, the 21st July 2023, the first such research institute in the Caribbean, and will develop collaboration between UTT, industry, government, and other key stakeholders, as well as international agencies to prepare itself fully to combat the most pernicious threat. One only has to think of the recent TSTT hack to imagine how important this cybersecurity institute will be when it is fully on the ground. UTT was awarded a grant funded by the Organization of African, Caribbean, and Pacific States as part of the ACP Innovation Fund sponsored by the 11th European Union Development Fund for advancing safety and sustainable environmental transportation. As you know, transportation is one of the major contributors to the emission of greenhouse gases that causes global warming and other climatic conditions. UTT Libraries received the EBSCO Award for Leadership in the Use of Technologies to expand and facilitate access to electronic content for its implementation of Folio, an open source library services platform, becoming the first in Latin America and the Caribbean to do so. Over the next 2 days, we'll recognize over 1,300 graduates, students who have achieved the ultimate feat at this time in their life, of course, culminating at this point in the current chapter of their lives. Tomorrow, graduates of 2 new programs will be presented: the Certificate in Agriculture and Agro-Processing Technologies, with a substantial number from the special government-sponsored Youth Agricultural Homestead Program, and the Diploma in Respiratory Therapy, also a new program. There are, as I mentioned before, 21 graduates in petroleum engineering in a joint program at the University of Guyana, but they will graduate in the University of Guyana. We will have representatives there, of course. This morning, however, we focus on postgraduate students progressing to where the air is rare. We also celebrate 4 individuals, that is our honorary graduates, a seasoned mariner, a musical virtuoso, an influential cultural ambassador, and a preeminent engineer who is much more than that. For the entirety of their careers, these individuals have postured themselves as trailblazers in their respective fields, daring to go beyond that which they knew. They have done the necessary work to make sure they are leaving the world in a better place. It is for this reason we must pay homage to them and their stellar achievements. And permit me for a moment, on behalf of the country, and personally, and on behalf of UTT, to thank each of these visionaries for their contribution to our society and beyond. I have a mortarboard and not a hat, but I tip my hat to these worthy gentlemen. They have all persevered for decades, doing what is necessary to remain innovative and at the top of their fields despite setbacks. As we celebrate the achievements of our honorees and our graduates today, let us make sure that these accomplishments act as an inspiration to reach for greatness and make our mark in the world, or rather, make your mark in the world. The current generation has lived through a major global health crisis, and wars, injustice, and atrocities continue, all of which have threatened progress, just as every generation which came before. Perhaps now, owing to the sustained domination of the 24-hour news cycle and the incredible proliferation of social media, these phenomena seem to be more commonplace. However, they are by no means new. UTT is not just a place of education, it is a hub of innovation, collaboration, and excellence. Among us, we have a multitude of individuals with a range of skill sets which are instrumental to national development and, I dare say, international development. Your experience at UTT puts you in good stead to navigate the rough roads we all face from time to time and to make a positive impact on your community, the wider society, and the world. Come what may, you must show tenacity and stand as a testament to the potential which the University of Trinidad and Tobago and our Turtle Island Republic has to offer. To our graduates, I offer my heartfelt congratulations. The future belongs to you. Your journey has only just begun, and I have no doubt that you will carry the spirit of excellence that defines the University of Trinidad and Tobago into the world. Your future is bright, and your potential is limitless, and I can say with conviction, the best is yet to come. To witness your success thus far is nothing short of inspiring and bodes well for those who will carry on in the future, that is UTT's legacy after you. In closing, I wish to express my gratitude to UTT's dedicated faculty and staff, your supportive families, and all those who have contributed in any way to your success. Together, we shape the future, and together we celebrate the achievements of our graduates. Graduates, please stand, turn and face your loved ones, and with a resounding round of applause, show some appreciation for their support. Congratulations again to all of you, graduates and their loved ones. As graduates, your journey of excellence continues, and the world eagerly awaits your contributions. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Imbel, for that very motivational address. But I have to call you back because I have to invite you to deliver the citation for Professor Julian. Professor Imbel? The citation.
Here am I again. Normally the citations for honorary graduates are read by the university orator. But I asked, and my request was granted, to read the citation for Professor Julian. I just want to tell you before I start that I first met Professor Julian in 1964. I don't know how many of you, graduates and parents, were born before that. I met him because I went to visit my brother at the university, and he and my brother were lecturers together, and they were great friends throughout their careers. So, Professor Kenneth Stephen Julian, Professor Emeritus, TC, Trinity Cross. For over half a century, Professor Julian has been a driving force in the development of engineering education and the industrial sector, particularly the national energy sector. He was the first Doctor of Philosophy graduate in electrical engineering at the University of British Columbia, one of the top universities in the world, before being recruited to the Faculty of Engineering at the University of the West Indies in 1962. 2 years later, he was chosen as faculty leader, becoming its first dean of Caribbean origin and the youngest dean in the Commonwealth at the time, at the age of 32. He was the longest-serving dean of the Faculty of Engineering, voluntarily relinquishing the post in 1974, but continues as the head of the Department of Electrical Engineering, now Electrical and Computer Engineering. Professor Julian was the first Caribbean national to attain the rank of Fellow from the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, the largest engineering learned society in the world, and holds patents for electrical systems and is well published in this field. He was also one of the early presidents of the Association of Professional Engineers of Trinidad and Tobago and was greatly responsible for the association's prominence and stability since then. Professor Julian chaired the Energy Coordinating Task Force, which examined the potential of natural gas and managed the country's entry into the global gas market and the diverse new industries of methanol, ammonia, urea, iron and steel, and power generation. And just to let you know, I spent a lot of my Easters in Mearu as a young person. And I would see these big flares, these like giant flambeaux, if you like, off the coast of Guayagüari, which is, of course, very, very familiar. And that is because we were flaring the gas. We were burning the gas. We couldn't just release it into the atmosphere to get at the oil. Professor Julian realized from very early, 1974, that we should monetize that gas. And here we are today, using that gas with one of the major industrial estates in the world, producing things like ammonia, methanol, and so on, that I just told you. He, of course, helped steer post-independence industrial development through his directorship and chairmanship of the National Energy Corporation, the Industrial Development Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, and the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission, among many other state companies. But that was the start. He has guided Trinidad and Tobago's industrial trust in local energy, technological innovation, and human capital, achieving this in part through his role in the formation and chairmanship of the IDC, I just mentioned that, the successor organization to the IDC, that is Evolving Technologies and Enterprise Development Limited, ETEC, the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean Industrial Research Institute, the Metal Industries Company, now MIC Institute of Technology, Iron and Steel Company of Trinidad and Tobago, the National Energy Skills Center, and so on. And to crown it all is the executive chairmanship of the University of Trinidad and Tobago and his leadership of Energy Systems after retirement, which has played a critical role in the development and expansion of the hydrocarbon sector in Africa. Although Professor Julian is well known for his expertise, his engineering expertise, many may not know that he has always had a passion for the arts. And despite his major role in industrial development of Trinidad and Tobago, he's most proud of his role as a teacher and is delighted in seeing his former students rise to the top of their fields. For his outstanding service to Trinidad and Tobago, Professor Julian was awarded the country's highest honor, the Trinity Cross, in 2003. Of course, it has now been renamed the Order of Trinidad and Tobago. The University of Trinidad and Tobago is pleased to confer the title of Honorary Doctor of Science upon Professor Kenneth Stephen Julian, Professor Emeritus, Trinity Cross holder. Chancellor, I present Professor Kenneth S. Julian, Honorary Doctor of Science.
So I would like to invite Her Excellency and Professor Julian to stand for the photo to be taken. Thank you. So I'd now like to call Mrs. Vivian Rambrath Parasram to deliver the citation for Captain Roald Badaloo.
Good morning. Captain Roald Badaloo is a maritime legend with over 5 decades of experience in the industry. In 1988, he completed a Master of Science in Maritime Safety Administration at the World Maritime University in Sweden with an astounding GPA of 5.2. He holds a Master Mariner certificate from the United Kingdom's Department of Transport. Throughout his lengthy career, Captain Badaloo has held numerous positions, notably climbing the ranks at the Point Lisas Industrial Port Development Corporation Limited, PLDECO, from Deputy Port Manager to eventual President, over a 28-year period, that is. Most recently, he served as Director at Large at the American Caribbean Maritime Foundation. He also founded the Trinidad and Tobago chapter of the Nautical Institute. As his passion for the world of seafaring matured, Captain Badaloo became an advocate for maritime decarbonization in the Caribbean. He has collaborated with a number of entities to develop and enhance the region's maritime environment, while championing the cause to implement eco-friendly policies and practices to preserve livelihoods, oceans, and seas. Through dedicated mentorship, Captain Badaloo continues to nurture future generations of seafarers, ensuring the sector is sustained by a competent workforce. Owing to his unwavering commitment to the advancement of ship operations and navigation, after serving as president, he was made an honorary member of both the Shipping Association of Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean Shipping Association. Throughout his decorated career, he has amassed a number of professional memberships, one serving as co-leader of Caribbean Maritime Environmental Protection Association, fellow of the UK Nautical Institute, and chair of the Maritime Industrial Development Committee of the Ministry of Trade. He has also authored a number of publications which display his profound expertise in the area of maritime development, while also cementing his legacy. Overall, Captain Badaloo is lauded for his visionary leadership as an advocate for the maritime industry in the Caribbean and beyond. The University of Trinidad and Tobago is pleased to confer the title of Honorary Doctor of Science upon Captain Roald Badaloo. Chancellor, I present Captain Roald Badaloo, Honorary Doctor of Science.
Thank you. So I'd now like to call on Professor Prakash Prasad to deliver the citation for Mr. Ravindra Nath Maharaj.
Salutations. Ravindranath Maharaj, also known as Raviji, was born on July the 7th, 1946 in San Fernando, spending his childhood in Caparo and other places. His early years were spent in Sambo, Curup, Parataria, and Lavantil, as he lived with his uncle, who frequently moved around Trinidad. Fondly known as Raviji, Maharaj is a well-known Hindu activist, journalist, poet, amateur photographer, social and cultural worker, and educator. He was a recipient of the Hummingbird Medal Silver from the Governor of Trinidad and Tobago and the 2023 International Award, Vyas Sanman Award, from the Government of India at the International Hindu Conference in Fiji. In 1982, he enrolled at the Benares Hindu University to pursue a doctorate of philosophy. He returned to Trinidad in 1983 to conduct research. However, he joined the Londonville Hindu Mandir and the Hindu Seva Sangh soon after to train the youth. He felt it necessary to prepare them for community work, thus foregoing his doctoral research. Rabbaji always credited the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh, an association for service for humanity, for his unique methodology. He draws upon scriptural texts and the experience of the Hindu community to create and maintain a strong sense of citizenship commitment to Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. This doctrine resulted in him founding the Hindu Prachar Kendra, which is a center for the dissemination of Hindu values, in 1988. His community projects are numerous. However, some to note are the Pichikari Phagwa Festival, the Jahaji Massacre Riots Commemorative March, and the reintroduction of Ram Leela in Guyana. Raviji has also chaired the Hindu Nidhi International Hindi Conference and organized the World Hindu Conference in Trinidad and the Pradakshina 6 days run twice. Mr. Maharaj has served the country at different levels as a member of the Board of Governors of UTT, member of the Cabinet-appointed board to write the history of Trinidad and Tobago, a Cabinet-appointed member of the National Library Services, Cabinet-appointed member of the National Museum, and he's currently a member of the Board of Directors at the Ansa Makal Foundation. The University of Trinidad and Tobago is pleased to confer the title of Honorary Doctor of Human Letters to Mr. Rabindranath Nath Maharaj, this patriot of Trinidad and Tobago. Chancellor, I present you Mr. Rabindranath Nath Maharaj, the Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters.
Thank you. So I'd now like to call on Dr. Roger J. Henry to present Samraj Jaimangal.
Samraj Jaimangal, also known as Ricky Jai, is a renowned performer in the sphere of local musical culture. Born October 17, 1964, he is a graduate of both Naparima College and St. Stephen's College. Under the pseudonym Ricky Jai, he began his musical career as a chutney band vocalist, eventually branching out on his own after 3 years. In 1989, he recorded his first solo rendition, Sumintra, which brought him mainstream success. His passion for music is characterized by a fusion of traditional soca and calypso with elements of East Indian origin, which has lent itself to his popularity. Throughout his career, he has amassed several titles, including Young King, Chutney Monarch, and a record-breaking 9 Chutney Soca Monarch crowns. Ricky Jai is also a cultural ambassador and has visited India in an official capacity twice, in 1997 as part of a delegation selected by the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, and in 2004 to perform at the Pravasi Bharatiya Conference in recognition of his work in the field of Indian music outside of India. He was also part of the cultural contingent which accompanied the Trinidad and Tobago men's football team at the 2006 World Cup in Germany. Aside from his musical achievements, he is husband to Shelly-Ann and father to Ashish, Vashish, and Avisha. He's also an accomplished businessman. For his contribution to culture, he was awarded the Hummingbird Medal Gold in 2012. The University of Trinidad and Tobago is pleased to confer the title of Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts upon Samraj Jaimangal Ricky Jai. Chancellor, I present Samraj Jaimangal, Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts.
Okay, so at this time, I would like to invite Captain Roel Badaloo to bring remarks.
Good morning, all. Your Excellency Christine Carla Kangaloo, ORTT, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and Chancellor of UTT, Dr. the Honorable Nyan Gadsby Dolly, Minister of Education, the Honorable Lisa Morris Julian, Minister in the Ministry of Education, Professor Clement Imber, ORTT, Chairman of the Board of Governors of UTT, Professor Prakash Prasad, President of UTT, senior academic and corporate staff of UTT, members of the Student Guild and students of UTT, 2023 honorary graduates and postgraduate graduates, specially invited guests, members of the viewing public, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning again to all. On behalf of all the graduates, I sincerely thank you. On behalf of the honorary graduates, I say a special thank you, and we accept this with all humility. On a personal note, permit me to congratulate my fellow honorary graduates. Raviji is and continues to be an inspiration to many, and I have learned a lot over the years about the Hindu faith, something that I continue to learn about. Congratulations, sir. Ricky Jai and I have the same alma mater, Naprima College. And no, Ricky, we are not going to sing our alma mater song today. However, Lata Mangeshkar, Gimme Soka, Aha, Aha, among others, resonate in my ear still. Congratulations, sir. Professor Emeritus Dr. Ken Julian, congratulations, sir. Professor is not probably aware of the impact he has had and continues to have on my life. When the South Trinidad Chamber of Industry and Commerce, led by Bobby Montano, and other great minds dreamt up Point Lisas, along came the person to make that dream come true, Dr. Julian. He's really and truly Dr. Point Lisas. Plebdeco employed me, and my badge number was number 13, the 13th employee, and under the guidance of Dr. Julian and others, the Point Lisas story unfolded. The monetizing of gas, which I'm sure was his idea, created what we have today. Interestingly, some years ago, there was a move led by Dr. Julian to create an academy-type institution to accommodate vocational careers. I was fortunate to be among others to be included in these discussions, and we pushed for marine careers inclusion, and it has blossomed to this, the University of Trinidad and Tobago. Professor, I personally thank you on behalf of the increasing numbers of young men and women who are now placed in marine careers. They're well placed in marine careers, and the sector continues to grow. We need for it, however, to continue growing. Statistics have shown that there is a very serious shortage of officers and ratings worldwide. In fact, we are at a 17-year low, with close to 100,000 short and predicted to reach 150,000 in a few years. The official language is English, so our young people could be well positioned. However, funding, sponsorship, and the commitment of ship owners and operators is necessary, and I welcome them to step up to the plate and assist. We have had a few, and more recently, Proman have stepped up, and we are fortunate to place cadets now on the Proma Stena ships. Thank you, Proman. You can applaud if you want. I am profoundly grateful to the university for bestowing upon me this honor of an honorary doctorate, and I extend my heartfelt appreciation for the recognition of my role in the maritime sector. The maritime industry is undergoing a remarkable transformation as it navigates new regulations, technologies, and fuels. We hear time and again that 90% of our imports and exports are seaborne. In fact, in island economies as our own, it is in the very high 90s, and the casual remark of no ships, no shops is very, very rare. The maritime sector, plays a pivotal role in global trade and remains the most energy-efficient mode of transport. However, while being aware of its vital role in global supply chains, it is increasingly cognizant of its environmental impact, accounting for 3% of global greenhouse gas emissions. The urgency to address sustainability in maritime operations is evident, and it is heartening to observe the positive contributions made by the shipping and maritime industries in achieving Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, including Gender Equality, SDG 5, Innovation and Infrastructure, SDG 9, Climate Action, SDG 13, Life Below Water, SDG 14, and Partnership for Goals, SDG 17. I take immense pride in witnessing UTT's steadfast support for this industry's transition, and I challenge them to keep up the momentum and partnerships as there are a total of 17 SDGs. When one considers that UTT is about to exist being a teenager, I think we have greater achievements coming, and I applaud UTT for all of this. As the host of the globally recognized Maritime Technology Corporation Center Caribbean, MTCC Caribbean, UTT's maritime unit has proven itself as a beacon of excellence, guiding Trinidad and Tobago and the wider region in their journey towards maritime transformation. Your institution's global impact in this area is indeed commendable. UTT is clearly an empowered change maker, and they continue to empower in this very important sector. This prestigious recognition not only fills me with a profound sense of honor, but also underscores the vital importance of the maritime industry in our global landscape. I am deeply appreciative of UTT's commitment to acknowledge the significance of maritime affairs, and I remain committed to advancing and advocating for the sustainable development and progress of this essential sector. Thank you for this esteemed recognition, which serves as a motivating force in my continued efforts within the maritime field. I receive this on behalf of all my maritime colleagues, as they are the ones responsible for my success. In closing, once again, I sincerely thank the UTT for this prestigious recognition. I wish to thank my family and friends everywhere, and most of all, I thank the Almighty God, as without Him, none of this could have been possible. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Captain Roel Badaloo, and congratulations, Honorary Doctor of Science. And ladies and gentlemen, it is a celebration of great achievement, and I think at this time we should express our deepest congratulations to all of the honorees. A lusty round of applause. The program continues with the APA Choir under the superb musical direction of Dr. Roger J. Henry, who is director of the Academy for the Performing Arts. They will render in song Baba Yetu, Our Father in Swahili. They are in position kindly welcome them with a lusty round of applause.
Makosa yetu, hey! Kama nasi tunavyowaseme walikutukosea wasituti katika majaribu, lakini utuokoe na yule mwovu wemine. Baba yetu yetu uliye mbinguni, yetu yetu, amina. Baba yetu Baba yetu yetu uliye mbinguni, yetu yetu, amina. Baba yetu yetu uliye jina lako litukuzwe.
Thank you very much, APA Choir, and you know that they're in very good hands under the superb musical direction of Dr. Roger Henry. The program continues with the award of postgraduate degrees, and it gives me great pleasure this time to invite Professor Joseph, Vice President, Research, Academic and Student Affairs. Professor Joseph will present to the Chancellor those persons who have met the requirements of the University of Trinidad and Tobago and are to be admitted to their respective postgraduate degrees. Professor Joseph.
Thank you very much. I thought it was the job of the president to do that, so I hesitated a bit. Chancellor, I ask you to admit these candidates from the various academic programs having fulfilled the requirements of the University of Trinidad and Tobago to the master's and doctoral degrees for which they are presented.
Graduates of the University of Trinidad and Tobago, by the authority vested in me, I admit you to the postgraduate, master's, and doctoral degrees for which you are to be presented and receive you as members of our society.
Thank you. So I call upon the discipline leaders now to present their graduates. I'm going to call first Dr. Barbara Constance. She will be presenting the postgraduate diploma in education.
Start off with Samantha Augustine, postgraduate diploma in education. Nikita Benny. We continue with Dion Fortune Alexis. Alicia Virtue Jacob. We continue with Kyla Jones. Jamelia Caitlin Lallan. Ria Katrina Muti Rudolfo. Giselle Roberta Paul. Jamila Plata. Tanisha Ayana Reynolds. Patrice Leslie Roberts. And you will see Patrice's name with that very high GPA. Congratulations, Patrice. Adana Kathy Trotman. And that concludes the postgraduate diploma in education. All right, we continue with the Master of Education and Educational Technology.
So at this time, I'd like to call Dr. Leisha Roberts, who will be presenting the Master of Education in Educational Technology. Congratulations.
Rennie Ann Marie Brown Moses. Master in Educational Technology with an option in Classroom Technology Development and Usage. Oh. No, I'm looking. No, just. Fanta Nikita Solomon. Option in Classroom Technology Development and Usage. Mina Mahabir, with an option in Digital Media and Animation. Shamari Ajani Hector, with an option in Interactive Learning Development. Kim Lata Jagrup, with an option in Interactive Learning Systems Development. Asha Lisa Kanhai Laguerre, with an option in Interactive Learning Systems Development. Dale Warren Peters, option in Interactive Learning Systems Development. Arti A. Ramroop, option in Interactive Learning Systems Development. Roxanne Sonia Roberts, option in Interactive Learning Systems Development. And that's it for the Masters in Educational Technology.
At this time, I'd like to call Dr. Kerry Dolloway to present the Executive Masters in Sport Management.
So we start with our Executive Masters in Sport Management, and we have Mr. Darren Joel Ali. We'll next move on to our Master of Science in Kinesiology. And ladies and gentlemen, permit me 1 second. It would be remiss of me to not mention this is our first graduating class of the Master of Science in Kinesiology. So we now introduce those students that's graduating with the specialization in sport and exercise psychology. We start with Mr. Dario Neptune. Next we have, with our Master of Science in Kinesiology, same specialization in sport and exercise psychology, Ms. Tamia Jillian Sobers. A student that worked with us all the way from St. Lucia, we have Ms. Yasmin Chelsea St. Ange. Next, we move on to our Master of Science in Kinesiology with specialization in sport management. Our lone student, Mr. Bimal Ramlogan. Finally, with the Master of Science in Kinesiology with specialization in sport therapy, our first two graduate sport therapists. First, we have Mr. Theon D. James. Next, we have Ms. Avian Roxanne Tobias. Thank you.
All right, so I'd like to call on Dr. David Alexander, as well as Dr. E.J. John, who will be presenting the Master of Science in Energy Engineering.
Good morning. For our first Master of Science in Energy Engineering students, I would like to call Ms. Renee Sherelle Archer.
Next, we have Bisundat Bechan. Avisha Crystal Pash, sorry.
Next, we have Mr. Neil Terdat Balkaran.
Next, we have Haley Bruce.
Next, we have Ms. Chelsea Sade Elvin.
We now have Mr. Bisundat Bechan.
Next, we have Ms. Sophia Dawn Ferguson.
Next, we have Kwesi Jeremy Francis.
Next, we have Ms. Shannon Ray Hackett.
Next, we have Dylan Dindial Haricharan.
Next, we have Ms. Varindra Brianna Hussain.
Next, we have Vishala Alicia Hussain.
Next, we have Mr. Ryan Hospedales.
Next, we have Ms. Makaya Mika Howard.
Next, we have Mr. Kareem Curtis Lashley.
Next, we have Mr. Anil Andre Mohammed.
Next, we have Mr. Ronald Mohammed.
Next, we have Dylan Michael Panton.
Next, we have Mr. Alimu M. Riley.
Next, we have Juma Johan Riley.
Next, we have Mr. Christian Jamal Smith.
Next, we have Jesse Anthony Williams.
So don't mind my smiling. My babies are coming next. So I'd like to invite Dr. Laurice Phillips to present for the Masters in ICT.
Master of Science in Information and Communication Technology, Darcel Colleen Ogis. Emile Jobity. Samantha Tiffany Salandi. Iman Salim. Maurice Charles Jr. Stewart. Thank you.
Okay, so I have the pleasure of presenting the Master of Science in Cyber Security. Yeah? So I'll first call Ms. Rashida A. Charles. Next, we have Janelle Jasmine Moore. Next, we have Dawn Edwina Thomas. Now I'd like to call Dr. Jarrell Bisnab to present for the Master of Science in Innovation, Design, and Entrepreneurship, as well as the Master of Science, Innovation, Manufacturing, Management, and Entrepreneurship.
Good morning. For the Master of Science in Innovative Design and Entrepreneurship, Master Jeffrey Gallen. For the Master of Science in Innovation, Manufacturing Management, and Entrepreneurship, Ms. Alicia Maria Williams Pierce.
Okay, so I'd like to call Dr. Ria Guppy to present for the Master of Science in Integrated Coastal and Ocean Management.
I'd like to present Hannah Elizabeth Luchan. Following for the Masters of Science of Integrated Coastal and Ocean Management, Mr. Alim Zachary Kalu. And for this evening, for the same Masters, Joshua Lennox Prentice.
I'd now like to call Ms. Vivian Rambarat Parasram to present for the Master of Science in Operational Maritime Management.
Presenting for the Master of Science in Operational Maritime Management, David Joel Adams. Miss Carla Melissa Belfon. And our top student, Mr. Kevon Huggins. And Mr. Tika Ramlogan.
I'd now like to call Dr. Keela Francis to present for the Master of Arts in Carnival Studies.
Presenting for the Master of Arts in Carnival Studies, Mr. John Barry. Ms. Georgia Charles McIntyre. Ms. Marsha Derise Clifton. Mr. Michael Muba Gabriel. Ms. Lizanne T. Regis.
So now I'd like to call Dr. Karen Peer to present for the Masters in Health Administration, Health Systems, as well as the Masters in Health Administration.
Good morning. Masters in Health Administration, Health Systems, Ravina Sasha Maiku. Congratulations. Masters in Health Administration, Health Systems, Nadia Janakai Ram. Masters in Health Administration, Kyle Carlon Hodge. Congratulations.
And our final master's group, I'd like to call Dr. Ria Guppy to present for the Master of Philosophy.
It is indeed my pleasure to present for the Master of Philosophy, our first for Marine Sciences, Mr. Jean-Luc Mackay Robinson. For the Master of Philosophy in Process Engineering, Ms. Safia Naila Wahid.
Okay, so we move on to our Doctors of Philosophy, and I'd like to call Professor Joseph, the VP of Research, Academic and Student Affairs, to read these citations.
Thank you very much. Before I do, I want to invite all of the supervisors to kindly join your students at the stairs, the foot of the stairs, right? And you will be accompanying them as they cross the stage. Okay, I have the pleasure of introducing you to Ancient Méjean. Just to tell you a little bit about him, he has over 23 years of executive international experience in multiple industries, including insurance, information technology, higher education, finance, and entrepreneurship, and has served on boards locally, regionally, and internationally. He's currently the Chief Executive Officer of the National Information and Communication Technology Company, and its mandate is to deliver innovative solutions that will drive digital transformation in Trinidad and Tobago. iGov is also central to the development of the digital economy, the digital society, and digital government. In addition to his professional experience, Ancient holds a Bachelor of Administration with honors from the University of Glamorgan in the UK, a Master of Business Administration from the Australian Institute of Business, and he's also the holder of the Registered Financial Consultant designation with the International Association of Registered Financial Consultants. Ancient's dissertation focused on the impact of business incubation on entrepreneurship in Trinidad and Tobago. His study concluded with empirical evidence that business incubation positively impacts entrepreneurship in the country. Ancient has authored several international academic publications on current topics such as the impact of COVID-19, etc. He's an internationally published author with a children's book. He has volunteered in the non-profit sector. Ancient combines executive leadership, academic contributions, and community involvement, demonstrating his balanced approach to professional, social, and family commitments. I'm pleased to introduce Ancient Méjean, and his supervisor, his PhD supervisor, is Professor Prakash Prasad. Okay, we have Riza Ramgati, who holds a diploma in agriculture with honors from the Eastern Caribbean Institute of Agriculture and Forestry, and a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture with first-class honors from the University of the West Indies. He was the first Master of Philosophy graduate at UTT in 2012. Riza works with farmers both in Trinidad and Tobago and other Caribbean islands, where he and his supervisor, Professor Marlon Knight, conduct training in good agricultural practices, artificial insemination, and embryo transfer for livestock farmers. He's also a farmer and has been involved in both crop and livestock production for over 3 decades. In 2017, Mr. Ramgati was selected as the visiting scholar in the first exchange group from UTT to participate in the 1,000 Strong in the Americas project, which was facilitated by the West Virginia University in the USA. During his time there, he worked with livestock farmers and learned new lab techniques in the field of animal science. Mr. Ramgati is employed at UTT as a senior instructor in animal science, and he's also the discipline leader for the Diploma in Agriculture at ECIAV, as well as the Tobago campus. His research interest is in reproductive physiology, and more specifically, lactation and semen physiology, where he has dedicated his time to finding solutions to reproductive problems prevalent in livestock farms in Trinidad and Tobago. His thesis was focused on the effect of environmental factors on semen characteristics and sperm kinematics in water buffaloes. That's a mouthful. Mr. Ramgati has publications in peer-reviewed journals and has presented at several regional conferences. His keen appreciation for agriculture extends to recruiting the next generation of farmers and agriculturists. Outside of academia, Reza is a member of the International Buffalo Federation and the Association for Applied Animal Andrology. His PhD supervisor, as you heard before, is Professor Marlon Knights. We have Savitri Rampasad, who followed her lifelong dream to play the steel pan in 2000 and has now been involved in playing and performing for the last 23 years. On a performance trip to India in 2002, she became inspired to pursue an academic approach to the instrument, which led her to complete the Music for Panist Diploma at UTT in 2011. Since then, she has relentlessly overcome every hurdle in her way to completing her Doctor of Philosophy in Cultural Studies. Savitri holds a Bachelor of Fine Arts in the Performing Arts, that's steel pan performance, and a Master of Arts in Carnival Studies, both from UTT. She was the former vice captain of Nada Sangama Steel Orchestra, and she traveled extensively between 2002 and 2011. She has also completed and competed in panoramas, a number of them, and in 2018, she played the national anthem at the opening of the Dimash Gra show. I think that's a big thing, right? As part of the combined Neil and Massey Trinidad All-Stars UTT Steel Band, she performed at the opening of the National Academy for the Performing Arts in 2011. Savitri has several non-traditional pan performances under her belt, including those at the Diwali Nagar and Indian Arrival Day celebrations, and several others. Acquiring rudimentary knowledge in steel pan construction and tuning in 2005 at Hatter's Panyard, and then at UTT between 2012 and 2014, she developed a skill that led to a deeper understanding of the pan's resonant and vibrational qualities. These experiences have culminated in her seminal research, Steel Band Vibrations, Cognition and Emotional Interplay, and Adult Wellness, opening a new era, a new area of investigation as well into the national instrument. Her PhD supervisor is Dr. Rudolph Otley. Okay, this is number 4 of 7. And he's Fitzroy Saunders. He was born in Trinidad and Tobago and received his Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering from New Jersey Institute of Technology, NJIT. In 1993, he joined Dialogic Intel Corporation as an engineering student, and in 1998, joined the Intel Research and Development Department. In 2004, during his final year in NJIT, he designed a wireless communication, low complexity, fast Fourier transformation hardware algorithm for a digital signaling processor. I'm sure you know what that is, right? Which allowed consumers to shop without using money. In 2010, Fitzroy worked as a senior electrical engineer for Kimberly-Clark Limited, where he was lead engineer for strategic company projects and held responsibility for reducing overall production operating costs and maintaining technological operation processes. He went on to do many great things. In 2015, he worked as a network solution manager. In 2018, he became the head partner and managing director of a technology engineering company. In 2023, he became senior electrical engineer at Soundview Holdings in the USA, Vermont, USA. He has quite a number of professional achievements, but his experience includes roles as IP Network Solution Manager, Chief Operations Officer, Asset Process Leader, Senior Electrical Plant Engineer, Hardware Designer, Adjunct ICT Lecturer at UTT, and it goes on and on. Saunders' current research interests are in the field of power electronics, ultra-wideband radar technology, biomedical signal processing, wireless communications, and fractional Fourier transformation. His PhD supervisor is Dr. Laurice Phillips. Okay, we have number 5, Andy Matthew Short. He has been employed with the Ministry of National Security for over 15 years and has contributed to various crime policies and strategies over that period. Mr. Short received his official notification of completion of the doctoral program in criminology and public safety with UTT in 2022. His dissertation focused on the impact of mediator and moderator variables on victims' willingness and intentions to report crimes to the police. Mr. Short is a national scholar, having been awarded the Developmental Needs Scholarship by the Government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago to pursue a doctorate in the area of crime and security. He's the holder of a Master of Science degree with distinction in criminology and criminal justice, as well as a Bachelor of Science in Psychology with first-class honors from the University of the West Indies. Mr. Short also holds professional certificates in the areas of crime victim surveys, enterprise risk management and policy development. He has undergone an extensive training in risk and threat assessments, policy and strategy development, applied research, crime analysis, horizon scanning, and geopolitics. Mr. Short also received training in counter-violent extremism and terrorism as a participant and representative of UTT, and as part of the academic cohort of the United States Embassy's 2018 International Visitors Leadership Program in Boston and Washington, D.C. Mr. Short has teaching experience in the areas of criminology and research methods and statistics. He recently commenced facilitating the Crisis Management and Future Risk module for the Caribbean Risk Management Academy as part of Surgical Cafield's School of Business of Management in UWI. Mr. Short has a passion for research and intends to use his knowledge gained at UTT to add social values in the area of crime prevention and reduction strategies, effective policing, and victimology. His PhD supervisor is Dr. Linda Mohammed. Okay, number 6 is Lynette Tyson Noel. She's a former senior instructor in reading at UTT, where she taught literacy, language, and practicum. In 2023, she celebrated 50 years as an educator in Trinidad and Tobago. having taught at primary, secondary, and tertiary levels. She holds a Master of Education in Literacy Education from Mount St. Vincent University in Nova Scotia, Canada, and successfully defended her Doctor of Philosophy in Literacy Education with a dissertation, Literacy Achievement of Male Adolescents in Secondary Schools in Trinidad and Tobago, a model for intervention. I'm sure that the Honorable Minister would be, if she were here, she would have been happy to hear this. Her research interests are reading, writing, linguistics, competence in struggling learners, adolescent literacy, and professional development for teachers. Her maxim is, you have to reach them to teach them. There is no engagement without motivation. That sounds like her, right? For those of you who have experienced her, her leadership. Throughout her career, she has collaborated with colleagues in different disciplines to facilitate workshops in primary and secondary schools in Trinidad and Tobago, and has co-authored journal articles and e-chapters. Her commitment to teachers' professional development inspired her to present at literacy and education conferences in the Caribbean and the United States of America. Lynette has served the Trinidad and Tobago Reading Association on 3 occasions as its president. She was also chairperson of the Caribbean section of the International Reading Association and member care officer of the Trinidad and Tobago Association of Teacher Educators. I have to mention her well-known bestseller is The Bus Stories. That is a book that you need to read. And her PhD supervisor is Dr. Iris Hewitt Bradshaw. Great, and this is the final candidate. And just in case you think he doesn't have a supervisor, I'm going to ask him to stand right next to me. Come on, Joseph, stand right here. Okay, good. Joseph Peter Valley has completed his Doctor of Philosophy in Education with a research focus in educational neuroscience at the University of Trinidad and Tobago. He holds a Master of Education in Educational Technology from UTT, as well as a BTech Higher National Diploma in Media and Communication. Mr. Valley is well qualified in the field of video production, sound engineering, technical theater, technology education, and mechanical engineering. Mr. Valley has been employed with the Ministry of Education for approximately 27 years. He collaborated on curriculum development and was a member of the curriculum writing team for technology education initiated by the Ministry of Education. He is currently the acting principal of Valencia Secondary School and he's also a part-time instructor at UTT. Additionally, he has lectured at several institutions in Trinidad and Tobago in the field of video production, sound engineering, television and video production, documentary production, technology education, etc., etc. He's certainly a pioneer in his field, and he's perhaps the first person in the Caribbean to conduct research in multimedia cognitive load management in documentary videos. He was selected for the 2014 mentoring by the master program conducted or coordinated by the Ministry of Community Development, Culture and the Arts, where he was honored as a master in documentary production and for his contribution in documenting the history and culture of Trinidad and Tobago. He's also the founder and managing director of D'Angelo Productions Company Limited. He is the director and executive producer of a collection of documentaries, music videos, and soundtracks. His career in video production and sound engineering spans over 20 years, during which time he contributed to several production teams. In his study, Mr. Valley developed a model for the human cognitive architecture theory for multimedia learning, a cognitive load management framework for multimedia learning, a framework for developing educational documentary videos, and a brain memory function framework for multimedia learning. By leveraging these frameworks, educators and instructional designers can create multimedia learning environments that facilitate effective and engaging learning for improved student outcomes. His PhD supervisor is Professor Stephen Joseph.
Thank you very much, Professor Joseph, Vice President, Research, Academic, and Student Affairs. Thank you for those citations which offered us a great insight into their academic achievement. And at this time, I'd like to thank all of the presenters and to say congratulations to all of our graduates. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. And I think it's fitting that I should say at this time, hip hip, hip hip. This is your moment in time. You have run the academic course, and now you have the responsibility, taking the battle and continuing to make contributions to this wonderful Trinidad and Tobago, because I continue to affirm that there is a great deal of beauty in this country in spite of the challenges that we face. So congratulations to all, and continue the journey. The program continues with classical Indian dance. The dancer, Miss Suzanne Mohip, who is instructor 2 of classical Indian dance at the Academy for Performing Arts. The piece is entitled Redone, the coming together of rhythm and dun is the Hindi word for melody, to create a progressive classical collaboration of tal, katak, and melody. You will experience improvisations on the tabla, tambu bambu, and hand drums, which merge with the sound of the gungaroos. And for those who don't know, that's the footbells, which serve as percussive instruments. The harmonium melody is used as the thread that holds the time cycle, creating energy, skill, precision. Choreography, Suzanne Mohip. Rhythmic design, Prashant Patisa. Lahira or melody, Rana Mohip. Adaptation, Rene Aliang and Prashant Patisa. We welcome Miss Suzanne Mohip. Put your hands together not only for Miss Suzanne Mohip, but the entire team. I did tell you that it was a classical collaboration of tal, katak, and melody. And of course, you were able to witness and enjoy this delightful presentation entitled Redone. It is now my responsibility to move on with the program. Once again, put your hands together for the entire team responsible for the collaboration. At this time, I wish to invite all graduating students to join the UTT Alumni Association. The objectives of the UTT Alumni Association are to promote interaction among alumni members and between alumni and UTT, to encourage education, research, and commercialization of innovative ideas, to keep members informed on the progress of UTT, to mentor undergraduate, postgraduate students through co-op training or similar work-related experiences, provide professional development training opportunity for its members, recognize alumni achievements. You may join the UTT Alumni Association by going to the UTT website at www.u.tt. I do encourage you to join. It is now my pleasure to invite Mr. Kempis Charles to lead the graduates in the Alumni Pledge. Mr. Kempis Charles, kindly welcome him.
Your Excellency, Ms. Christine Carla Kangaloo, ORTT, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and Chancellor of UTT, Dr. the Honorable Nyan Gatsby Dolly, Minister of Education, Professor Clement Imber, ORTT, Chairman of the Board of Governors of UTT, Professor Prakash Prasad, President of UTT, Senior academic and corporate staff of UTT, members of the Student Guild and students of UTT, 2023 honorary graduates and postgraduate graduates, specially invited guests, members of the viewing public, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a wonderful morning. And I remember my time sitting where you are and feeling all the joys, all the happiness. And I'm seeing some of my colleagues moving on there, and I'm so proud and so happy to see them there. But my job today as the alumni president is to encourage you all to join and be part of the alumni. John F. Kennedy is quoted as saying, "The success of any school can be measured by the contribution the alumni makes to national life." And to be honest with you, at first I didn't really believe it to be entirely true. But if we look at the criteria that it takes for the ranking and the ratings of a university, you will see quite a few things. You will see research and output. You will see institutional partnerships. You will see academic reputation. They have some more. But the one that I am most concerned with is alumni success. Now, Eric Gordon said that the alumni present us with a unique opportunity to build the foundation and support for a strong university. What does that mean? It means that the more you contribute to national life, the more weight will be given to that certificate that you just received. And the more weight that is given to that certificate that you just received, the stronger our university will become. So at this time, I'd like to ask you all to stand to recite the alumni oath. I'd like you to repeat after me. As alumni of the University of Trinidad and Tobago, we solemnly swear to uphold the honorable traditions of our university, imbued by the spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship, which is at the center of UTT's mission. We will endeavor to lend creativity and passion to all that we undertake. As graduates of the National University, we also commit ourselves to the highest standards of service to our community and country. We will further strive to earn our own place among UTT's alumni, who by their devotion to these ideals have brought recognition and honor to our alma mater. We will provide moral, intellectual, and financial support, and will encourage others to attend our alma mater and thus to contribute to the perpetuation of the necessary and noble work of UTT. Hip, hip, hip. All in song and happy. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. Welcome to the alumni.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kempis Charles. Thank you for leading them in the alumni pledge, which will become more and more passionate after today as they take the baton and they make their individual contributions. The program continues with something in a very light vein, as I call on Mr. Samraj Daimangal, Ricky Jai, newly conferred Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts, to entertain you. Welcome, Ricky Jai.
Class of 2023, if you're feeling all right, somebody say yeah, yeah. Let's do what we do best. If you're ready to party, somebody scream. Trinidad! Let me take you back in time a little bit. Let me take you back in time a little bit. Dee-dee-day, dee-la-dee-dee-day. Sumitra born in a shack in Delhi, and she parents from Indian war. This pretty girl have been dragging all day, killing me, but she fancy talk. It's for years I stood in she, and she blushing back at me. But when I sent my letter, she won't send no answer. So I hit the record shop, Indian records are fine. When I reached by the girl, she says stop, Ricky stop. Holy Lata Mangeshka, give me soca. tickle me with her. Soca me till I hold the Dr. Mangeshka, give me soca. Yes man. Tila-dee-day, tila-dee-day, tee-dee-day, tila-dee-dee-day. So if you're ready to party, let me see some hands in the air right now. Let me see some hands in the air right now. Yeah, you're in the presence of the 9-time chutney soca monarch of the world. If you're ready to graduate in a fine form and fashion, somebody make some noise. Give me a Guinness sun punching. Ass up the Jenna. My wife be home and she. Oh, get up. She waiting for some sweet loving. That's right. Barman give me a Guinness sun. This is your celebration. Get up. My cell phone ringing, it ringing. My wife be home and she waiting. If you're proud to graduate, put your hand in the air. Hands up. Let's make some noise for UTT. Make some noise for UTT. True story. Every day I leave my wife at home and go to work. She cooking, washing, cleaning. With that she don't make joke. When you see she done, she bed and take a rest. Later in the evening, she puts on she nice dress. She checking the hours and waiting patiently. By the time I reach home, she set and she ready. Even if I'm tired, it don't matter to she. I have to find the energy to satisfy. Why? Tell me. Barman give me a Guinness sun. In UTT we graduating. Today we going to be celebrating. Let me see the hands in the air start waving. Barman give me a Guinness sun. All the parents over there, let me see the hands in the air. If you're proud of your children. Yeah. My family up on the top, let me see some hands in the air. Yeah man. All you know what time of the year it is? All you know what time of the year it is? Ah boy. It's Christmas time in Trinidad. All you looking beautiful in red. All you looking beautiful in red. Yeah man. So if you know the words, feel free to sing along with me, alright? Early Christmas morning, everybody busy doing something. Who went cooking, they scrubbing. And who went scrubbing, they cooking. Sister hanging up the curtains, that's all down. Boiling in the yard. Rasta grab up the hot spitter. What you do? There we go. Christmas, our time to be loving. Christmas, our time to be giving. Christmas, our time to be graduating. Oh Lord, I'm feeling so that. Sing it. What? Yes. I say come. Let me go. Are you ready to party? Are you ready to throw all them books away? Forget all your worries, whatever happened before, yeah. Whatever stress or problems you had, leave it by the door. UTT, what we say? Come inside. Now we bet, and now we bet, now we just bet. We bet in the no worries, just jam up on somebody, yeah. Well, now we bet, and now we bet, now we just bet. We bet until morning come tipsy when we drink, we rum, yeah. You see when I come out to play, I felt in ways, throwing my stress away. Cause I don't want no headache now. This is a special line with a bunch of people. If you love yourself right now, put your hand in the air. Because I'm ready to give some trouble, yeah. Hold on somebody. Hold somebody next to you right now. Hold on to somebody next to you right now. Now hands in the air together. Let me bet, and let me bet, let me just bet. We bet in with no worries, just jam up on somebody. bet, now we just bet. We'll bet till morning come. Tipsy when we drink, we rum, yeah. I say this is carnival, and I'm ready for bacchanal. People call me a better, cause I love to jump to my soca. If you love chutney music, let me see your hand in the air like this. Every Sunday morning. What? In them Indian wedding, them old ladies singing. This is UTT. See how 2023. Let me see the hands in the air like this. Mordor, 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 lawa milai, sakilawa milai, sakilawa milai. Come on, come on. Mordor, Mordor, lawa milai. Let me see all the hands in the air like this. Come on, turn it around. Screw the bug. Screw the bug. Engineering, where the engineering people? Where the arts people? Where the maritime people? Paro singare gaile, paro singare gaile, paro singare gaile ho. Sab auratiyan, sab auratiyan, sab auratiyan sindoor lagai, sindoor lagai. Now if you're sitting down on your chairs, you could give me a little thing to it. Yeah, on the chair, on the chair. Mordor, yeah. You could even go wrong. I ain't that old enough. If we having a good time in UTT, somebody say loud. Let we mix it up together. Mordor, 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 lawa milai, sakilawa milai, sakilawa milai. God bless you, UTT 2023 family. I love you. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you very much, newly conferred honorary Doctor of Fine Arts, Ricky Jai. Thank you for providing us with the entertainment this morning. I now call on Her Excellency Christine Carla Kangalu, ORTT, President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and Chancellor of the University of Trinidad and Tobago, to declare the ceremony closed.
By the authority vested in me, I officially delegate my duties as Chancellor to Professor Prakash Prasad, President of the University of Trinidad and Tobago, for the remaining graduation sessions. I wish to sincerely congratulate the newly graduated members of our society on their achievements, and I now declare this ceremony closed.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Honored guests, please stand and remain in your places until the procession, inclusive of graduates and academic staff, has retired. The order, of course, is Her Excellency.